And then, Brad, this property here is my office and repair. This is where you were. And it has a fenced-in bullpen. Another one of my pavers under that tarp there. Snowplow dump truck. Just an old fuel truck there. Fuel cage. All of our diesel and gas and kerosene and everything is right there. We're making a little film here for Brad.
Okay.
I just went around and showed him my house, the field.
By the way, I missed these.
That $100 and some thousand they made me spend on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Government. Anyway. What I'd like to do with Brad here, what we're talking about doing with Brad. Number one thing is get rid of Steve Mers.
Right.
Get rid of Steve Mers. And I really want to do it without going to court. I don't know about the courts anymore and how they are. So what do we need to do? What I want to do is right now have a fresh start. Obviously, who wouldn't? Clean up the last 40 years of my life. What do we have to do to clean up any debt or anything? We'd have Steve Mers. We got a little bit with under $5,000. What we're fighting.
It's $5,000 with the state.
They said that again, but again they started releasing some titles here. I don't know. We want to talk to them, and
I'm going to be calling them again. See if we can get it down.
And the fact that we went, excuse me, but the fact that we went to court and got it dismissed doesn't mean anything to the state, does it?
Apparently not.
I thought the courts were something, but they just said, well, the heck with it. We said we wanted some money, and you said no. Now we're pushing and pulling. So
exactly,
we don't have anything to do but just to pay them there.
Right.
And the second one, Robert Vegler, the attorney, said, absolutely do not pay that BS they throwed at us for the personal property tax. He said, you get past Vegler here, your other bill with personal property tax, we're going to do the same thing. I mean, they're like talking to children. We'll negotiate it and pay it. Let him do it. I'm not going to talk to him. I don't speak their language. I don't speak I don't speak lie and cheat. So, the next thing, what else is there? We don't really have, I owe a little bit on my credit line on the blue building over there. I'd like to pay that credit line off there. That credit line wasn't really for lawyers and such. It's for, we're busy and doing jobs and what so on, blah, blah, blah.
Right, yeah.
But we don't have any credit cards, mortgages, none of that BS, blah, blah, blah.
The other thing I know of is your sweeper loan.
Oh, that one's being paid off monthly.
Yeah, and that's on a monthly payoff. So
the which one?
The sweeper.
The red sweeper, we owe $8,000.
All right.
Yeah.
And we use the money to buy them snowplows and stuff and blah, blah, okay,
right,
yeah.
Right.
All right, well, that's right. We got one $7,000-8,000 loan on a vehicle yet. We'd like to pay that off. And the only thing really I'd like to have this year that I can't probably get myself is I want to upgrade my sealer truck. I want to start pushing my asphalt a lot harder. Get free of Steve Mers, and I don't have to give him all my money. I can do a lot more with it here. A lot more. So I would like to have something on a piece of paper for Brad, what we owe, what we want, blah, blah, blah. Show him whatever we can here and get him this film.
Okay.
We done? I'm going back out to the Nestle's plant, which, throw some of those films in there, us sweeping out at the Nestle's plant. That's just some of our sweepers. We do sweeping, we do asphalt repair, we do snow removal, striping of parking lots.
Commercial lawn care.
I wasn't going to bring that up. It doesn't pay enough to care.
But you still do it.
We still got a fortune in equipment, don't we?
That's right.
And we do lighting on parking lots and pretty much everything that the customer asks. And we're getting a lot of calls and new contracts and blah, blah, blah. I want free of this character here that thinks I should give him all of my profit and all of my future and my life and blah, blah, blah. All right, Brad, here, thank you. Not that we have to pay some property taxes right away when we pay off Steve Mers, because I've drawn a line in the sand. No more money. I'm not paying bills that are in your name in any way. I'm not doing anything else without a settlement agreement, and you get out of my life. I'm not going to give him $25,000 every Christmas so he can have a good time with his kids.
How much do we owe in property taxes right off the bat?
Well, you just have the blue. No, you have this building here. What's that? 4,000 or something that's due on it, and then you got 7,000 on my house. But about 4,000 of that is sewer that will come off of that when. Immediately I'm led a lawyer to say you have no easement rights to charge us for this, and we're going to do a settlement on that sewer too. We're going to do a settlement on the sewer, or we're going to order them to remove their stuff from the property, which they won't do. They'll order a condemnation and then they'll have to pay me for it. So MERS would never let me go after the legalness of the sewer and of the ditch, he said, unless you give me any money I want. So that's what's held that up, those property taxes. Our other properties and other stuff are paid in full. I think that's all there is. Property taxes, couple bills there.
Debt-wise, I mean, other than MERS, you really don't have much of anything. And once you've got rid of attorney fees and the $2,500 a month, I mean, if you're paying that to somebody where it's actually going down, that $2,400 you're paying right now in supposedly rent.
No, he comes in and he robs our stuff and he creates that stuff and he takes it away. There is no way I'd sign up for $2,500 a month paying any rent. I'm not a renter.
But what I'm saying is, you eliminate MERS from the picture. You eliminate all of the attorney fees that it's been costing to fight all of this. You can make money again. Well,
all of that crap's $150,000 a year.
That's what I'm saying. You've got thousands.
Again, for me to make $100,000 profit, I got to have $250,000 in income checks. I got to invest money and get it back and take the profit. I know how all that works.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is, if we get MERS out of the picture, you are in a much, much better place financially.
It's like old times. It's like old times, and
even owing someone a balance, a loan that covers getting rid of MERS, you're still better off.
And a loan that I would want, like we talked to Brad the other day, I don't want to be trapped in like this Steve MERS guy. I don't want to be put in a cage or a box. I want to be able to pay off my debt. Mm-hmm. And at my age, there's nothing I want more than be debt free. Period. I don't mind some debt for a few months to buy a piece of equipment that pays for itself. But giving money to MERS to have him go to Europe and play games it's done.
Yep.
Thank you, Brad.